What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. We are back. We are back, guys. Stamford Bridge is a fortress once again. We've lost, I think, just one game in the last 12. So this is incredible. Today was absolutely beautiful, magnificent, unbelievable. Nothing, I have no words to describe what happened today. Today was an absolute masterclass from Mr. Mauricio Pochettino. What are you doing in that tactics room? But whatever you're doing, it's absolutely fabulous, brilliant, fantastic. Unbelievable today. From minute one, we were attacking, and of course at Chelsea, it's the thing that sometimes we are on the attack the whole half, and then we don't score, and then the other team gets a goal, confidence goes down, we lose. But today we made it count. We scored 3 in the first half, 2 in the second half, wrapped up the game, easy win. And I was scared, you know. I actually thought that West Ham would pose more of a threat than Tottenham. They could do something, you know. They have physical players. Antonio, Bowen in the post like 3 times or something. But in the end, we managed to find a way. And honestly, this Cucurella as an inverted DM role, along with Caicedo, you know, them being the 2 DMs, this is absolutely magnificent. But I have a problem with this when Gusto comes back from injury. Gusto or Reece James. I'm going to talk about it later on in the video, but lots to talk about today. So guys, if you're new around here, do subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video if you enjoy. Now, talking about the game, you know, it starts off, the lineups are brilliant. Thiago Silva is back, that lets us play Chalobah at right back, so that's a brilliant back 3, you know, of Badiashile, Silva and Chalobah. Midfield is the same, Caicedo, Gallagher, absolutely unbelievable, that pivot. Enzo playing injured half the season has ruined the season. I keep saying it, I'm going to say it again. Then of course Palmer, Madueke, Mudryk. Madueke is just doing so good right now. Of course Nico Jackson up top gets 2 goals today, you know, reinstates that he is capable of being a striker. The game starts, you know, it's kind of 50-50, but immediately after some time we start dominating, absolutely, you know, attack after attack. Then around 20 minutes in, ball goes out, Chalobah to Madueke, crosses it in, Zuma clears it out, but it lands straight to Cole Palmer. He isn't missing from there. Today is his birthday, you know, slots it in the bottom left corner. Cole Palmer 1-0. And then the next goal, the Gallagher goal, is absolutely unbelievable. You know, the ball lands to him first time on the volley, bottom left corner. It's 2-0. At that point, I was confident we're going to win. The game is done. And how can the board consider selling Gallagher and Chalobah after today? Just how? Because Chalobah was so important in the 4th goal. We'll come to that later. 3rd goal, Thiago Silva heads it across. Madueke heads it in. You know, it was visible that Madueke was looking for a goal. Once again, he likes to be the hero, doesn't he? Sometimes that doesn't, you know, work out quite great. You know, he wasn't passing that much. He was always trying to cut in, take a shot, keep cutting in if the opportunity doesn't come. But that's how we get that corner. From the corner, he gets his headed goal. So after that, he calms down a little because, you know, he got his goal. Then Gallagher should have made it 4, really. Palmer crosses it in. It's an absolute tap in, but Gallagher hits the crossbar and it's rebound out of play. Meanwhile, Bowen hits the crossbar twice, actually. Once from the header when it was 1-1. That could have completely changed the game. And once, I think, when you are 3-0 up, you know, again he hits the crossbar. And then the second half 1 more time. So that's crazy. Half time, second half, immediately, Chalobah with a wonderful through pass above the whole West Ham player defense into Madueke's path. And Madueke finally, this is what we've been talking about. I like Madueke, you know, I think he's doing really good, but some people don't like him because of his attitude and what he was doing after the City game, that he's too selfish and stuff, the penalty incident. But, you know, today he put all of that aside, to be honest. You know, when Madueke's 1v1, I would have expected him to take a shot, but he squares it into Jackson, which is the easier goal. Jackson taps it in, 4-0, Jackson gets his goal, goes to celebrate with Madueke. And this is when our team is finally looking like a team, okay? Like a proper unit. And 5th goal is similar. Jackson, you can see in his face the moment he scores that he knows it's not offside and it wasn't offside. Perfect timing. Caicedo with a brilliant through pass. Jackson finishes it off. You know, these are the kind of finishes you expect from him, but you kind of don't because it's Jackson, but he will manage to do those things. I mean, what's next? This was absolutely unbelievable. Whatever Pochettino has done since that second half of the Villa game is has changed us. It's finally clicked. I kept saying it, there will be this one season like Arsenal last year where this young squad will finally click and go to those heights. And I think it's now. This is when we are starting to click, finally. You know, it's been 3 games now, so we have seen something to build upon. He started this thing in pre-season, the Cucurella inverted thing. Then Nkunku got injured, so he put that out the bin for some reason. He put that in the bin, and now he's brought it back, and it's absolutely working. Unbelievable. The only guy who, he's not doing bad, but he's not shining bright like the others, is Mudryk. You know, he's not scoring, not assisting. He looks alive in games, but still, that output has to start coming. And this season has been an underwhelming one for him. I think Madueke's had a much better season, much better. He's playing much better right now. But Mudryk has to pick up. Even in these last 3 games, if he can get a goal and an assist, maybe 2 goal contributions, that will definitely lift up his mood. But man, I swear to God, if Todd Bowley and Clear Lake sack Pochettino now at the end of the season, this whole fan base is going to flip. Because we wanted, not me of course, but people wanted Pochettino out the whole season and they didn't sack him. Now, when we're actually doing well, we're trying to push the 6th, you know, they're going to sack him. I just know they will, because nothing these owners have done has been correct and, you know, as per what the fans want. Nothing they've done has been so. So I won't be surprised if they actually, you know, sack Pochettino now at the end of the season. And if they do that, I think next season will be exactly like this one. Again, we'll have the excuses. Again, we'll have a few months to adjust and adapt. And the season will go. So, it's absolutely necessary that we keep Pochettino. I said it after the Villa game, after the Spurs game, after the City game. I'm saying it again. We have to keep Pochettino. But this is where my problem is. With this inverted DM thing, right now it's fine. Because Chalobah from right back slots into centre back in the back 3 when Cucurella goes inverted. My issue is when Gusto is playing, he won't slot in at centre back. You know, he's going to bomb forward. So are we going to play with a 2 at the back then? You know, when Cucurella goes inverted, that's my only concern for when the right backs come back. You know, if he plays when Reece James comes back, that could be really great because both Cucurella and James can invert into DM at different times. And Cucurella can slot into centre back, so can James. So that's going to be perfect. I think that's what he's planning with Reece James. But when Gusto comes back next game week, I think what he said in his interview means he's not going to start Gusto. Because he said that the injured players are not going to get any, like, preferential treatment or anything. I think he's not going to play Gusto because he wants to keep this going. And why not? When we've got some winning formula, why change it? But how can this board still consider selling Gallagher, man? If they actually sell Gallagher or let go of him next summer, the one after this, they have no idea what they're doing. Because the moment we start building something, they break it down further. This is the problem. Honestly, this summer, just keep Poch. Give Poch the signings he wants. No excessive spending. No 20 players per window. Just keep it simple. We head into next season. Buy a medical team. Is there a medical team that costs $1 billion? Buy that. Not 1 billion worth of players. 1 billion of a medical team. That's all we need to challenge for top 4 next season. That's literally it. Because today, man, it was unbelievable. We had the likes of Nkunku, you know, Cowell, Reece James, what do you call him? Gusto. All of them are slowly coming back from their injuries. Lavia and Enzo next season. It's going to be absolutely crazy next season, in my opinion. Next season, if all of these guys stay relatively fit, we can actually do something. But for that, Chalobah has to stay at the club because I don't see Disasi playing this good as Thiago Silva and Chalobah have been these last few weeks. So I absolutely need them to stay. Same with Gallagher. And hopefully Lavia comes back. He can play that DM role with Caicedo as well. He can offer Caicedo some rest, man. He's been playing literally the whole season. And Sterling, I don't know. He dropped out of form and then he's injured. We have no idea what's going on with Sterling. And maybe sinus strike. I've seen the Osimhen links. Apparently, you know, things are happening. We're seriously going into Osimhen. You know, going in for Osimhen. So, that could be interesting. If we're actually looking to sign Osimhen, that could be interesting. And maybe if we get to Europa League, he'll be convinced that, you know, something's building up. Because Napoli don't have any European football next season. So it definitely would be an upgrade. I don't think so, at least. They're like 7th or 8th or something. But yeah, now talking about the table, we are 7th right now. 2 points behind Newcastle. And by the way, just 6 points behind Tottenham. And I don't think they are doing too good. They have City coming up. That's a guaranteed loss. And against Burnley and Sheffield, if they can somehow pull wins over Tottenham, I think Tottenham's 5th spot is at risk. You know, maybe Newcastle go 5th, we go 6th, Tottenham go 7th. That's actually possible. Man U are 8th, equal with us, but we have a better goal difference. But they have a game in hand, which is today. So Crystal Palace, please, Olise, you didn't want to sign for us, fine. But at least destroy Man United today. Destroy them, please. We need Crystal Palace to beat Man U. Then we'll be in 7th. No games in hand. But Man U won't have any games in hand. So it's in our hands then. I genuinely think there's no way that we can't win all of our games now till the end of the season. We have to win every single game. Newcastle will drop off. They have some tough games. Brighton, Man U. I think we have the easiest schedule. We have to try and finish 6th. And if we finish 6th, just like 10-12 points from the top 4, first of all, it's going to make us regret so many of those games, such as the Brighton game, the Burnley game, the Sheffield game, the Villa game where the goal was disallowed, so many games we've messed up. It's going to make us regret all of that, but it's also going to make us confident that, it meant that this team was capable of top 4. So that's going to be a huge confidence boost going into the next season. Just don't sack Poch, finish 6th, keep the squad intact, just 2 or 3 signings, that's it. So that's all for this video, guys. Unbelievable result. If you enjoyed, do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you for the next one, guys. The Nottingham Forest game. Let's get a win. And goodbye.